Wow. Shout out to everybody here. Shout out to every single person here. God bless each and every one of you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here and sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time, baby. Shout out to the crypto lifers, baby. Shout out to the new. Shout out to the old. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here, sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. Welcome back to the Crypto Lifers Show. Here we are again. If you were in my trading group, I gave you a short. We talked about shorting the market. I said I do not like what I'm seeing here. And I said the market doesn't look good. Looks like we're going to the downside. I said I've been short for literally the last 18 hours, right? Who here has heard me call a short? Who heard me talk about being short? Who was in the trading group and took a short? Who heard about me being short in the screen share last night? Every single weekly screen share. Thursday night, 7:30 to 9. A little later yesterday, but basically 7:30 to 9, sometimes all the way to 10:30. But bang, bang, bang. I did not call along. I'll tell you that right now. The market can tell you where it's likely going to go, everybody, and I'm going to show you how it happened. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. So we make money either way. We're able to call the market almost every single day, whether it's short or long. And look, I saw the shoulder, head, shoulder. I saw a descending triangle on the 7-minute time frame. Descending triangles break to the downside about 90% of the time. Let me show you the descender here. This is the one I found. You could say it kind of broke back up, broke back inside, huddled, and then broke down. Another thing that I want to show you, we'll get rid of the moving averages, is the uncanny. We already know head and shoulder patterns are bearish, right? So you start collecting bearish ideas. I'm a collector, right? I like to collect bearish ideas. Shoulder, head, shoulder, to me, head and shoulder, okay? Shoulder, head, shoulder, okay? Shoulder, head, and shoulder here. Shoulder, head, and shoulder there. Like, it was just head and shoulder city. I've never seen so many head and shoulders in my life. The daily had bearish divergence. Whenever there's bearish div on the daily, you must heed it. Who here understood that we could go to the downside? Who here realizes that we could go lower? All right. Who here realizes that we could go to 38,000? If you can't take the pain, if you can't take the heat, get out the kitchen. A lot of people don't like when we talk about the bearish things. Most of the lifers don't mind. They realize that life is an opportunity and anything you do is up to you. You know what I mean? Like, you're the opportunity in life. If you believe in it, it can happen for you. If you don't believe in it, then it can't happen. It's not going to happen. Oh, I got this other light on my head today, which makes this little, I guess I can't. Anyway, let me see that. That's weird to me. I can't really get a look on that. It's putting a little bit of I think a green thing on my head. Anyway, shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. I guess it's just putting a little light there. What do y'all think? Is it okay? Am I angelic here? In the announcer voice, but where are we going, Sam? Tell someone you love them. Do a good deed for a stranger. Say a prayer for someone. Blessings to bless. Shout out to Seize the Day. I don't even wait for him to start to hit that like button because I know every day with the lifer is going to be a good one. Shout out to my man Scott Steger. Shout out to Board Type Crow. Shout out to Armstrong33. Shout out to Liam Mobile Legend. Shout out to Lifer Adam, Harry Williams, Chris Gasso, Pickle Rick, and everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every single one of you for jumping on in and being here with the lifer. Sam Price. I started trading 15 years ago, and it's been a battle. Not every day is amazing, but you get through it somehow, some way as a trader. And you know what? Most people can't handle it. Most people can't get through. Most people can't push through the pain. And because of that, if you can, you eventually will be successful. You'll be a winner. So what makes you different between a loser and a winner is the person that doesn't give up. If you give up, then you're likely going to fail. It's just that simple. So we looked at this and we said, this is likely going to drop to the downside. We also saw, look, resistance. I said, if Bitcoin can't get back above 46,500, expect more downside. That's and we just kept making lower highs and falling to the downside. And now we see Bitcoin at 45,166. Shout out to the shorts. Sorry to be, And right now we just did what I feel was a bearish retest on the 15. We pumped up. We tried to get back inside the pattern. And the pattern was just like, nah, not happening. And that's what's called a bearish retest. I love the retest right there. Tried to get in. Could not get in. Dumped to the downside down to 45,184. My target is sitting right here at about 45,175. And that's just from making... If you just kind of carry on, all I did was carry on the wedge. That's it. Nothing crazy. Like, I tell you how many times when I've carried a wedge that it's hit my target pretty nicely. And now, I mean, you're going even further to the downside. Now you can be like, well, where are we going to go now? Well, when you leave a wedge, you take the base of the wedge to the downside. And usually you fall pretty fast, too. And so that's Bitcoin falling further down. My target there is 44,500. And we've been waiting for the lower lows. We also looked at BOOKMAP this morning at about 7:45 in the morning. I did an update for the trading group. And I said there's so much liquidity to the downside, it's likely we go down. I said the only way we could get out of this is if the 15-minute makes a right shoulder. Remember my update? We did not make that right shoulder on the 15-minute. It wasn't going to happen, and here we are. So, this is it, I know you're looking at my arms. I know you think they're big and strong, and I know you're getting intimidated. It's okay. It's okay. It's going to be all right. You know what I mean? They're not as big as you think. It's all a camera thing. You know what I mean? It's all just a camera angle and tight shirts. But, I do work out. Shout out to everybody here. So 45,000 now falling to the downside. A massive dump for Bitcoin. And it was almost easy money, easy pickings to the downside. Almost an M pattern here too as well. So it wasn't rocket science to me that we were going to go to the downside. It was pretty obvious. All right. No pants, bearish Sammy. Yes, really love yourself. You got to love yourself. If you don't love yourself, how could you love other people? Yeah, you know what I mean? Should I hate myself? I always, when anyone says that, it's like, should I hate myself? I'm confused, should I not love myself? I don't know how should I be? I don't know, you know what I mean? It's kind of funny. Anyway, so to the downside, this is the channel you want to come to no matter what's happening in cryptocurrency. We're not going to be moon boys. We're not going to be perma bears. We're not going to be stuck on it has to be a certain way. We're going to be able to give it to you straight and show you what's happening. All right. Now I'm looking for some type of bullish div. You're getting a little bit right now, but it's really not strong enough, in my humble opinion, to hold us down from furthering to dump to the downside. You can see we made a bear flag here. And so eventually we're going to make some type of flag. Or an inverted head and shoulder. It's kind of where we were yesterday. Like, when does the pain end? You know what I mean? A good amount of volatility for a lower volume Friday as well. And you have people panic selling, right? And there you go to 44,900, and here we go. Here we go. The long squeeze is on, please. Get it? I'm sorry. I just did that. I just made it up. You know what I mean? But there's way more liquidity to the downside. It suggests that we go all the way down to 44,500, maybe even lower to 44K. That's going to be a problem. Building a bag of bake. Please, TA on bake. Crazy frog on the OG frog meme. Man, why are you guys going to make me go over frog memes? Just passing by today. Thanks for being there again today, every day. God bless you, Sammy. Shout out to Jamie Crine. BTC is now in the hands of other money. It's over, right? It's over. Shout out to the 789 people on the live. 220 likes. Let's get the likes up to the watchers. I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you for the love. Thank you for jumping on in. And now today, you know, Google's like, I don't want to push this ETF nonsense. You know, and then Bitcoin just completely getting a sell-off to the downside. Let's take a look at the S&P. Let's look at the DXY. I never understood why this does that. Anyway. I was looking at CERE yesterday, had an alert on it. It's just getting tight in the channel. Actually got a nice spike to the upside too. Interesting. Still looks beautiful compared to most things right now. CERE, CERE Network. I don't own any. They never told me to say it. It's just something that I happen to see, and I'm nice enough to show it to you. I don't have to. I could probably keep it to myself, but it just looked nice. You know, today I looked and I scanned what coins are hot. You know, you want to do this right when you wake up in the morning. You can see Ethereum name serve is up 14%, Optimism up 7%, and it's the ETH ecosystem. Everything attached to ETH continuing to get a bit of a pump. Rocket Pool, remember we went over that last night in the trading group. Talked about Rocket Pool and Lido DAO. Said, you know, liquid staking for Ethereum will pull these to the upside. And that's what we kind of saw last night. Just a little bit of an ETH rally with some news of an ETH ETF. Got people kind of excited. Can we make an inverted head and shoulder and get back to business here for Bitcoin? All right. And, you know, whenever I see a red day for BTC, you know what I do? I head on over to my favorite exchange, wherever I can get my hands, and I go to the spot section And I grabbed myself some more BTC on the red days. And it looks like we may even get some lower Bitcoin. But it's nice and red right now. It's nice and juicy. And so I'm going to buy myself about $2,500 worth of BTC on these nasty red days. All right, that's just what I do. I accumulate Bitcoin all the time, every single day. Just it matters how much, you know what I mean? And we take a look at the Crypto Fear and Greed Index. We see it's at about a 71. Heavy greed here. Still need to come on back. So it's still considered extreme. Extreme greed was yesterday, which is kind of weird. But, you know, it went to 76. Usually when you're at extreme greed, it's time to sell. Whenever I see this anywhere above 70, it's time to take some money off the table. And so, you know, we could still get a pretty big market pullback. I just want to put that out there. You know, have some stops in place. Don't be moonboying. If you're not ready to hold for a year and a half, 2 years, be careful. All right. We could get pullbacks in crypto that you can't handle. And if you can't handle it, it's going to be absolutely psychologically detrimental to you. All right. I just want to put it out. I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I'm saying, dude, should be taken as financial advice, but you got to be ready for anything that the market throws at you. You got to be ready for anything that the market throws at you. All right. If you're not ready for the worst case scenario, to brace yourself because it can always get worse. Markets do erratic things and move in ways you never thought. Okay? I just want to make that very, very clear. If you buy 1,000 of Dogecoin today, how much can I get if it reaches to 70 cents a coin? Just tuned in. What kind of pullback is he expecting? I don't know, man. If you ask about Dogecoin one more time, though, I will probably, we will be clipping it. All right. Wow, so Bitcoin just getting absolutely demolished. And I see 44,005. Just not a strong enough bullish div, really. We're still pointing to the downside on even the 30-second. No bullish divergence yet, telling me that there's still more liquidity to be had for Bitcoin. All right. And you can see BOOKMAP we're all the way to 44,000. Suggests that we go to $44,000. This was a very simple, easy short. People should be in the money right now on this short. Absolutely insane. Last night, the last thing I said in the weekly screen share, keep the short open. No reason to open up a long. I see no reason to open up a long unless you want to be super risky. I said it didn't make any sense to me. I said unless the 7-minute can get above the 200 SMA, there's no reason to long this market. And once you lose the 200 SMA on the 7, you have to start to think that we're going to the downside. Then we lose it on the 15. Then we lose it on the 1 hour time frame. And then you go to the what? The 200 SMA on the 1 hour, like I talked about. I said if we close a candle below the 200 SMA on the 1 hour, very, very bearish. Very bearish. All right? You should expect us to go to the 200 SMA on the 3 hour, really on the 4 hour time frame. So I'm expecting Bitcoin to head lower. All right? And what I'll do now is I'll go to another chart just to kind of clarify things for you guys and show you what's happening. BTC, we can go to any chart you want. KuCoin, USD. I like to go to USD on Coinbase because it's been around a long, long time. And remember, it doesn't matter whether you're on USD, Coinbase, USDT. It might be off by a buck or two, but it's basically the same, okay? I just want to make that clear to everybody. So let's take a look as things start to heat up. Shout out to everybody here on the live. 989 people on the live stream. 268 people are afraid of the like button. The like button will not hurt you. It'll help you. It'll enhance you. You'll do the right thing. It'll be good karma for you. Jump on it today and make it happen. I'm telling you right now, it'll blow your mind if you do something for somebody else. Right now, all you have to do is hit the like button to do something for somebody else. It's pretty awesome. You don't have to even go outside and help your neighbor move the trash. You don't have to walk your neighbor's dog if they're sick. You don't have to do anything like that, which takes way more effort. All you have to do is hit the like button, which I find so conveniently easy to get good karma points. So get yourself those karma points. Get yourself that good energy vibe. And get yourself in tune. So look, we talked about Bitcoin having bearish div. We knew about it. We got the spike to the upside, which created, a blow off top in a way, right? And yes, I mean, I would say that we did top out just locally. I'm not saying it's the end of the biggest rally ever, and I'm not saying we're going to go to 25,000. But to me, it does say that we're going to experience some type of pullback. All right. Now, where do we go is the question. That's what everybody wants to know, all right? And we are going to figure it out. Now, one thing is for sure, I take it one day at a time. Previous resistance becomes support. We do have support at 44,200. Once we lose 44.2, we're back inside the pattern. Once you break inside an ascending triangle, you can take the base of it, and that's going to give you your next measured move. That would line up with here, and then you would only say we would probably flush down to the next level, and you get a gap in the VRVP. So your area that you have to concentrate on and look at is 37,900, 37,008. That'd be a good place to take some profit. If the short does get there, we likely get a bit of a bounce and they'll liquidate a lot of people on the other side, you know. All right. I have to let my neighbors out, and it's raining. Hitting the like button. I have to go let my neighbors out. You're so funny. My neighbor's cat out, right? Garbage dump again. The big steal is in. Get yourself those good karma points and hit that like button, all right? So, yeah, they get you to run up into Bitcoin, hype up the ETF, and a little bit of a sell the news there, too, in a way, right? But overall, this is going to create big hype for Bitcoin in the long run. At the same time, anyone that knew their technical analysis talked about this being a bearish divergence. I said it over and over again. I said you have to be conscious of the bearish side here. You can't be fully. Also, when the moving averages get really far apart, it tells me that there's something brewing here. Look, tight, far apart. We pulled back, far apart. The daily has the 21 and the 200 very far apart. Usually, you would pull back. So one or two things are happening. We could stay in a beautiful sideways price action and stay above 44.2. As long as we stay above 44.2, we really don't have anything to worry about. I'll be honest, you know. As long as we hold the 200 SMA on the 4-hour, we have nothing to worry about. However, it looks likely that we do not do that. It looks likely that this is a beautiful M pattern. And we are now going to make a move to the downside. Sorry. We're going to make a move to the downside here on the M. That measured move takes me to 41,000, and we do break the 200 SMA. Once we break the 200 SMA on the 4-hour, I'm looking for the 200 SMA on the 8-hour at 41,000. Once we break that, I'm looking for 37,008. So this is how I'm going to trade this whole price action, okay? Right now, we are short, right? If the 1-hour can't get us back above the 200 SMA in the next hour, if we close another candle below this, I'm basically going to short the market even more. You know, I would add to the short or go harder on the short. Nada just booming to the upside. This coin out of control, up 76%. Always something on MEXC just banging. But sorry, my hand slipped there. Spacebar just advances you. So I do see this as, you know, I saw that as a shoulder, shoulder, head, shoulder, shoulder. That broke to the downside. There's your neckline. I took the head from there to there because I feel like taking the whole wick is crazy, but you know, if you want to be extra TA, this says that you do go lower. And look, the head and shoulder broke to the downside, just like it was supposed to. You know, I don't know what to tell you, but I tell you this stuff happens the way it's supposed to happen. All right. Now there's going to be people that are excited, and they're going to buy the price up a little bit, and they're going to let price action kind of get a bit of a bounce. There's a little bit of bullish div here on the 5. That's very sharp, and this is flatter, you know, but it's still not absolutely amazing. Okay. Still not absolutely amazing. So now I'm going to look at Bitcoin level by level, and we're going to break it down on the bigger time frame. All right. Getting a little bit of a bounce right now, but look, I mean, now you have serious resistance at 45,585. And even like, let's see, right here you have resistance, 44,880. You got to, you know, yeah. We could see that the bears were coming in. We could see that things were turning bearish. It was obvious to me, and that's why I pointed it out to the trading group. If I see bearish things, I'm not going to lie and try to fake it because I want you to be bull. You know, I'm not going to. Trust me, my channel did very well just doing what I'm supposed to do. My mom taught me just be honest and everything will work out. And so that's what I've been doing my whole life, and it works out. I don't want to have any skeletons in my closet. I don't want anyone coming out. I don't want to deal with it. I just want to be free. Believe me, I made mistakes as a kid, as a teenager. I was always in trouble doing something stupid. I was always going to bed at night worried about something that I did. I don't want to live a life like that, you know? So, resistance for Bitcoin at now 47,300, clear as day. All right, we hit this area and we could not get above it. It created a big old bar of resistance. So we now know that Bitcoin has resistance right here at that high volume node. Could not get above it. We know that we have a nice support, though, right here, too. Big high volume node. Price action bounced, okay? And we have some support right here at the bottom of this at 41,300. Go to our beautiful 5-day chart. Let's talk about it. Bearish div on the 5-day, right? We saw bearish div on multiple time frames. Multiple time frames. Thinking like, are we in one of these? Just a little dip, and do we go for more, or is it a bigger pullback? The only thing that I have to say is, the RSI is pretty high. And when the RSI, gets that high, you definitely have to heed it. You can't say, oh no. Remember we said this before. When we were high before, I said, look, no bearish div yet, no bearish div yet. We have the bearish div now on the 5-day chart. You have to pay attention to this. Okay? The other thing is what happens is when a big short happens, it happens like this, and then people believe the short's over, and they don't short, and then there's more pain. You don't have to be on the initial move. You have to be able to read the tea leaves, right in front of you. There's still some short scalps and some things to be had. So look, resistance, 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 resistance. 5-day chart has beautiful resistance at 43,000. We'll call it even 44K. You know what I mean? I'll call it about 44K even, about 43.9 though. So that's a level that, hey, we could stay above that too as well. Oversold in the stochastics. So there's, it's not amazing. I want to break it down. Right now, I am leaning heavily bear. Heavily bear. Why? Bearish div on the 3-day chart. Also suggests that you go lower. Come down to the 21. If you lose the 21, you're going to dump to the 50. And that's about a 33,000. So it's looking like we may even come and test 31K again. Let's see let's start a poll here and see what people were saying on the poll. This would flush a lot of people out for good. I mean, they would just be devastated. Do we see 31K again, yes or no? And I know we're supposed to say we know nothing but the fact of our own ignorance, but just yes or no. All right. And Bitcoin going further to the downside as suggested. I'm telling you, it's a dumperino. You need the smaller time frames to figure out what's going on. See that? I made this little flag. And we gave it the bet. I'm always open-minded. Could it be making the inverted? And look, it's trying to do an inverted head and shoulder here now, but it made the right shoulder and just said no way. I see another 48,000 testing. Really? So do we see 31K again? 48% say yes. 52% say no. So a good amount of people suggest that we could be seeing 31,000. All right? So 30-second chart suggests that we could go lower even here, but they got a bullish div on the indicator. It's trying to hold off, but I see dumpage. And BOOKMAP told us we were going lower right at the beginning of the day. Like right when we opened BOOKMAP. Said we're going to dump. Said we're likely going to dump to the downside. So, you know what I mean? It's like BOOKMAP yet again comes through. Look up BOOKMAP. If you want BOOKMAP, you want to get the information that I'm giving you here. See what's happening behind the candles. These are orders. Heat map order book. The darker red, the more the orders. So jump on in. Global Plus. Get yourself a subscription today. Find out what it's like to see what's happening behind the orders. There's 1,285 people here. You'd be able to understand this knowledge unbelievably well. BOOKMAP is amazing, and it's not hard to understand. People think it's all this complicated. It's literally just looking at the order book. Whenever I see a lot of red below me, I short to that area. It's simple. When I see a lot of red above me, we long to that area. It's not that hard, everybody. And look, I mean, you see 44,000. This says we go down to 44K. I mean, there's no red liquidity above us at all. That 50,000, that guy up there is gone. A little bit at 49K, but, it's not red. The redder, the better. We need that red. So we'd like to trade into the red. All right? You don't want to be trading against. If you have an order between price action and red, you're likely to get squeezed in between it. You don't want to. You can actually watch yourself get squeezed using BOOKMAP. All right? So use BOOKMAP. Understand the time frames that we're using, and you'll be golden. You would have been in the screen share last night. So jump into the trading group and if you got wrecked during this whole ETF stuff, if you didn't know what was happening, if you keep losing tons of money, leverage trading, you're spot trading, you don't know what you're doing, or you could have been spot trading and you leverage trade anyway, you don't know what you're doing, you have no plan, you have no goal, you got to get into a trading group, you got to get a mentor at least to slow you down for a couple weeks. Even if you spend a month with me, I'm sure that I can help you. I can save the way you're thinking, I can kind of slow you down. I'm not a financial advisor. Another guy saying you should be taking his financial advice, but I can keep you calm. We can start to look at things differently. You can get a system, you can get a plan, and you can kind of slow down. All right? So if you're getting wrecked, you're getting rocked, and this market's throwing you for a loop, I would highly advise you slow down. If you've already lost thousands of dollars, throw $100 our way. We will help you. You'll remember it for the rest of your life. You'll look back and you'll be like, you know what? They really did help me, and I thought I could see the charts better. So attempting to Adam and Eve double bottom here for Bitcoin and stop the insane pain. Massive sell-off, but I just see more pain because there's so much liquidity below us. So much liquidity below us. Look at that nice little sell-off for Bitcoin. And it started when I saw that descending triangle last night in the trading group, right? And it lost the 200 SMA. Stop loss, right? So simple, right? To open up a short right there. Stop loss on the other side. And you're just paid now. Isn't that, it's like, it doesn't have to be that hard. It can be a lot more simple than we realize. It's just, you got to have the guts to take, you got to be able to trade off. If you can take 10 trades, then that's just one of your many 10 trades. You're not freaking out. But if you only trade here and there, then, America, woohoo, free bird. Shout out to Tucker, man. Shout out to everybody here. Celebrate everybody here. Shout out to Tucker. Did you quit your job, man? Are you out? Shout out to my man Tucker. God bless you for being here. The ETF was the biggest joke ever. All the hype just to have market manipulation. It's true. And I kept telling everyone not to pay attention. You know what I mean? They even got me sometimes thinking about it, right? And there's 44.5. We knew we were getting 44.5. We talked about it. I've been looking for that level all day long, right? And that's the measured move, too, of the length of the base of that triangle, of the falling wedge to the downside. Shout out to everybody making massive gains in the trading group. God bless each and every one of you. If you took that short, you are so paid right now, it's ridiculous. Bang, bang, bang. The issue is Wall Street manipulates stocks, so no more manipulation. So now, yeah, exactly. There's always, you don't get it, there's always going to be manipulation. The whole world is manipulated. The supermarket is manipulated. You know what I mean? I don't know. You got to find your way inside. You got to find kind of where you're at in all of the manipulation. You know what I mean? That's what it is. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. If you want to join the trading group and understand what's happening before it happens, you would have seen this short way before it happens and gotten paid. Hit the link right here. Go to cryptolifer.com. Join today and just learn the concepts. Learn how to short and long the market. Make money either way. Join our newsletter. This will prompt up. Consent to the newsletter. Click this. Put your email address in and get ready. It's going to be absolutely amazing. Cryptolifer.com. Jump on in today and see what we have to offer you. It'll blow your mind. All right. 28 right now. Retired by 35. Mark my words. Shout out to Tucker. 7 years, you will retire. But you never want to be retired. Like me, do I want to retire? I want to see how far we could take it. Like, if I made 100 mil, I want to see if I can be a billionaire. You know what I mean? So I don't know if I would ever retire. I just don't think I could. I don't think I could. Shout out to anyone that trades on MEXC. The lowest fees in the market if you hold the MX token, 0.5 and 0.25, and still some of the lowest fees in the game compared to everybody else. This is where I open up my trade. This is where I just bought Bitcoin for a very, very small 0.01 spot fee. So I love it. You will love it too. It'll blow your mind. If it's in your jurisdiction, jump on in to MEXC. It's awesome. I love MEXC. And shout out to iTrust Capital, our channel sponsor, always holding me down. God bless iTrust Capital. If you want to jump on in, another thing, the ETF, look at all the manipulation and craziness. And it's not in kind. You have to switch back to money to get back out and then get back into Bitcoin if you want to buy Bitcoin. iTrust Capital, you can hold it, you can buy it, and then when you're ready to leave, they'll actually give you your Bitcoin, something that you won't see anywhere else. So, jump on into iTrust Capital today. It'll blow your mind. Definitely something that you'd want to pay attention to and have on your side. So iTrust Capital, the way they hold your Bitcoin is different. The way they custody, the way they are regulated, they're the best. They've done everything properly, and they're government regulated. They're awesome. Check out iTrust Capital today. It's a place where you can buy and sell cryptocurrencies inside of a Roth IRA, tax-free. So like say you got into Shiba at 10x, sold back into Bitcoin, and you put 1 Bitcoin into 10, you had 10 Bitcoin in there. Then Bitcoin goes to 10 million 20 years from now, 15 years from now, and you take out 100 mil, tax-free on the move that you made from Shiba to 10x. You see what I'm saying? So you can't beat that anywhere else, but only inside of your iTrust Capital. So you can't beat it. And shout out to BingX too. BingX is awesome because you can trade Forex and S&P in the same place. That's the reason why I have BingX here. You can't do that anywhere else. I'm telling you right now. It's awesome. So if you love having one platform to trade many markets, even indexes, even commodities, even agriculture, gold, silver, you can trade anything on BingX. So jump on into BingX today. We greatly appreciate the channel sponsorship from both BingX and iTrust Capital. And may God bless everybody here on the live. Thank you for being here. All right. And our biggest channel sponsor is Crypto Lifer. We sponsor ourselves here at this channel, and we love it. Thank you for each and every one of you believing in me and always being a part of the trading group. I'm super excited that you picked me to be here, and I love you. Did you trade before you joined the group? I would need classes, and I'm having surgery in 6 weeks. Yeah, still learning and still new, but they make a heck of a lot easier. Yep. Just remember, not your keys, not your crypto with iTrust Capital. The star is letting you know how long you've been subscribed. I don't know. I don't know. I think it's FDIC approved, man. I think it is your keys. I'm truly sure that no matter what, they and then they're insured doubly redundant. Even if the company goes down, they have like a thing saying that you get your Bitcoin. So they're like government regulated and insured. If anywhere you're going to get your Bitcoin, it's going to be iTrust Capital no matter what, in my humble opinion. So I kind of disagree with that one statement, but I do hold my own crypto. BlockFi was supposed to be like Crypto Bang and wrecked all of us. 100%. I keep, hardware wallets, man. Get yourself a hardware wallet today. It's super, super important to get yourself a hardware wallet today. Okay. Yeah, Bitcoin just absolutely collapsing. And look, falling wedges break to the downside. Once you lose that level, they like to go straight down. I've seen this many, many times, and they go straight down the length of the base. And that's exactly what we had. Bang, right? It's exactly what happened. Just crazy how the technical analysis plays out almost every single time. And now we're looking for some type of bullish div, but I don't see it. It's not strong enough yet. There we go. There we have something. This is what we needed. We needed a swing up on RSI and a swing down in price action. And we could maybe start to slow down a little bit on this dump. This is called a liquidation. And this was a liquidation event. BOOKMAP will show you the liquidation events. They're really awesome. Right there, that was one right there. We got liquidated, came back up. Got a liquidation event right there for BOOKMAP. BOOKMAP still has liquidity down to 43,800. It looks like this is going to be a pretty nasty day. BOOKMAP suggests we go to 43.8 before the pain and maybe even lower. The 1 minute rolling over, not able to get back above key support or resistance. So look, you bounced, you lost it. Now that's a resistance too. So you just SR flip this lower area. This could turn into a flag and then continue to dump to the downside. Smaller time frames keep you watching what's happening. All right. And this could go sideways and continue to dump. Also, knowing when to trade and when not to trade. You don't have to trade every single move. This was a great move to make money on. You don't have to trade every single move, and you don't have to beat yourself up for not getting into every single trade. Who here feels horrible because they didn't get to short this? You know what I mean? I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, you could put a 1. Put a 1 in the comment section, or actually put a 2 in the comment section. If you wish you'd short this and but get rid of those feelings. It's okay. All right? It's okay. There's going to be so much opportunity in the market. If anything, just remember what happened. Be like, all right, there was a head and shoulder pattern that Sam pointed out. We lost the 200 SMA on the 7-minute time frame. Once you lose 200 SMAs, it tells you immediately that there's likely going to be a problem. Immediately. And the key is, if you're just opening up shorts there, if they flip back the other way, you don't lose a lot. But if they go down, they usually don't get back over the 200 SMA. So it's a great way to take advantage of the market. Look, and to short the market today was simple. 1-minute time frame, easy head and shoulder pattern. Look at that. And the right shoulder of the head and shoulder had a head and shoulder inside of it on top of that. Like, the market will tell you, it'll wave at you. Whether you listen or not, it's up to you. But the market will wave at you and tell you what's likely going to happen. What I miss a short of DCA, I closed too early. They might come up and cancel Bitcoin ETF because people lost money and newcomers start to complain. No. No regrets. Only regret in life was not divorcing my first wife sooner. You're funny. Just shorted to 42.5. He's like, I just shorted to 42.5. You may get there. You never know. And there we had 44,400, and we told you there was likely a dump coming. We're not, like everyone in my trading group, we're not like, oh my God, we knew there was likely going to be a dump, right? So, and we don't really see a strong reversal yet. It's a nasty little dumpage, huh? You would take the length of this pole. You're eventually going to try to find an inverted head and shoulder. That's what you know what I mean? And we will reverse back to the 200 SMA, but major pain, baby. Major pain for Bitcoin. Dump back to 12,000. Dump to 27. Going for the wick lows from January 10th. You never know what's going to happen. Let's go back to the poll and see what's happening. How many people jumped into that poll? We got a poll here. 598 people. Do we test 31K again? 46% say yes. 54% say no. So, but anything is possible. Remember that. Anything is possible. 44,450 for Bitcoin. Finally, a bit of bullish div here. We could get the reversal now. That would be an interesting attempt to get a reversal. However, BOOKMAP suggests that we go way lower. 43,600. I wouldn't tussle with these lows. It says we're likely going lower. I would keep the short open. That doesn't look good to me if I was in a long, right? Shout out to everyone making massive gains. Let's go, baby. Bang. To the downside, which I personally don't love shorting Bitcoin. It's one of my favorite assets. I hold so much of it. New lifer here from Casper Channel. Did not take the short, but sniffed it and knew it was a good probability. I'm happy I started to read the market language. That's a win for me. God bless you, man. David, thank you for jumping on in from crypto. And thank you. God bless Jason Casper. Every time, man, that guy's like promoting my channel. What a nice guy, man. When I'm done, usually he comes on. You'll see his massive short. So check out Jason Casper's channel. He should be on between 12 and 1 p.m. today. I'm pretty sure he will go on. And so if you love trading leverage, and if you love MEXC, and if you love getting down, Jason Casper, check him out. He's on usually 12 to 1 o'clock today after my show. So, and he promotes me tirelessly. Super nice guy. He just believes in love, light, and happiness, and he's not afraid. So don't live in fear, everybody. Push yourselves to the limit, and go and get yours. So shout out to Jason Casper. We love you. We appreciate you. And we're happy that my channel and your channel have a cool little relationship. And all the people that like you, like me pretty much. And you also have a good group of people that believe in God. So, hey, God bless you, brother. So bullish divergence beginning to kick in. Can we get the, inverted head and shoulder? Do we stop the pain here at 44,005? That was an insane dumpage. Usually this kind of divergence will stop the pain. We didn't have one strong enough to plug up the hole. All right. We still have a major resistance now for Bitcoin at 44,900. All right. Well, let's get back to our bigger idea here. We're in the middle of figuring out where we're going. So the 3-day now has tweezer tops too. That's bearish. Remember, whenever you finally get tweezer tops, it's a bearish sign that you're going to the downside. Further down to explore some other levels. can almost say, hey, rising wedge, right? Rising wedges break down 68% of the time to where they began. Once the 2-day loses the 21, look for it to come to the 50. So I just see this is the rising wedge, right? Rising wedges fall down 68% of the time. And the base is where they go. Yeah, so you would see this, breaking down. I'm going to do the bullish scenario towards the end. I'll give us the what if, but I don't make up things that don't exist. You know what I mean? I don't see a bullish scenario right now. We also just lost this previous support right there where those two candles closed at 45,000. That's bearish. Now that will become a resistance. Whenever you lose a previous support zone, that will then become a resistance zone. All right. So Bitcoin, I wouldn't be surprised if it dumps down here and tests 37,005. We get these prices yet again, and this was all just a rally. At the same time, until we break 44,000, 44.2, I remain bullish. You know what I mean? That's the only. We got a good level there on the daily time frame. See it right there? It's strong. Right here, 44, 186, 44.2. Once we break that, it's a wrap, though. All right. And it looks like we're coming for it pretty fast. We're at quadruple, or all fours right now. Look at that. So, looks like, and then we have a gap of the VRVP here, too. So once you lose this key high volume node, boom, right to here. And then eventually you'll test the 200 SMA on the daily. The 200 SMA on the daily is a great place after an initial pump to kind of reassociate. If we lose the 200 SMA on the daily, we're going to like 12K or something crazy, like 18, 19, then we have to look at some other stuff. All right. So that's the one thing about BTC right now. Right now, it could also just be a little bit of a sell-off, and we could get a bounce. Remember, don't go all bearish. All right, let's go for the bullish scenario. Look, we could be making a symmetrical triangle right here, or an ascending triangle. We could bounce, and it could be business as usual, and we could be at 50K. You know what I mean? Remember, the halving is coming, so it's unlikely that we continue to dump into the halving. Right, so a little pullback may be great, and we may never even go lower than 41,279. I just want to make sure people understand that idea, all right? But look, every time we're getting a little bit of div, it doesn't look amazing. We just continue to form these little bear flags. So I see Bitcoin now resistance. It's about to dump lower. Here's a short right here. Stop loss above this line and take Bitcoin down to 43,900. All right. There it is. The entry is right now with a stop above it. The Stokes look like they may take us down. You lost the POC, which makes it likely it's going to happen. Once you lose this yellow line, you're very likely dropping to my target at 43,850. BOOKMAP also corroborates the story with the liquidity below us and a red line here, and this goes all the way to 43,460. So it looks like, and so right now, opening up the short right now is a key idea. This is the trade right now. If anyone missed a short, possible short right now, to the downside. All right. If this short doesn't play out, it could be the place we can start to maybe dig our way out, but it doesn't look good for the bulls. All right. Short is already in the money. You can see that right there. See that? From a 45.5 entry. There it goes. Sayonara, senorita. Come on, baby. And usually a short will fall pretty fast. Will liquidate pretty interestingly, pretty fast. And look, there you are right there, 44. That's our, that's a big order right there. It's likely going to get filled. Remember, these are whales buying up the price too. They're filling their bags. Inside on Mookie Coin, listed on any exchange. I'll go over it when I can. All right. Shout out to GF Burke in the house. Shout out to Crypto Grady in the house. Let's go, Grady. Yeah. Look, that short to the money now again. I'm telling you. So, scared money don't make money. You got to learn how to pull the trigger. Okay. And there we go. Come on, baby. Now we got some stronger bullish div. I will tell you that. This could be the reversal now. I moved stop loss to break even or close. You see what I'm saying? So now you can't really lose much money here. You're already in the money. What about sideways action to allow money to rotate into ETH and altcoins? We're going to take a look at all that and break that down, all right? Now, this is a really good bullish div here on the one. This says that we should get a bounce from this. It's just too strong. It's too long and strong. We should get a bounce off this divergence. I'd take money on that short. Just because I'm looking for this divergence the whole time, and we're finally getting a really strong one. You see? Like if you were pumping, you can't get too far away from the 21, and then you get the bearish div, and then usually you start to drop down. Same idea, you start to pump back up. And I keep looking for the reversal pattern, the shoulder, the head, the right shoulder, to get us on out of here. You have to use a reversal pattern to get out of here. You don't just do whatever you want, right? Cluck. Shout out to Crypto Pollo. Hope you're enjoying this wonderful Friday. Shout out to everybody here. Hope you're enjoying your life too. Everyone gets caught up in Bitcoin and the dumpage today. Take a deep breath. Have some lemons in your water. All right. Bitcoin dumping would be a good time to trade BTC pairs. We're going to get into that too, Jason Riggs. Thank you for saying that. I appreciate that. And we're going to make a whole section of the show right now. Trust me. The second I see Bitcoin stabilize for a second and I can leave it alone, I have so much planned for all you people. I was listening to a technical analyst the other day. He's like, I want to go live when something happens in the market. But what I say, and he hit me, and I realized, you know what? I'm a teacher. I go live whenever I want. Like any day of the week, any moment I open my eyes, I feel like I can teach you guys something about technical analysis. The market, it could be, we could trade a market that isn't even 24/7. And I could be like, you know what? Let's go back in time and go do some back testing together. Even if the market wasn't moving, I could go live for 2 hours and teach. There's so much to learn about these markets. There's so much to go over. It never ends. It really doesn't. You know what I mean? And I just took some black human seed. And I'm drinking some lemon. I'm drinking some honey and some lemon water. Okay, so now Bitcoin's attempting to bounce. You're now going to watch the stochastics RSI. If they're rolling over. See how they're rolling over? And look, if we look at this really closely, I see a head and shoulder pattern. You look, shoulder, head, right shoulder, dump. So that would tell me to keep the short open. And it looks like it may defy this divergence. May not be strong enough. Target's 43,890. Just learning about trading and starting to do my first shorts and longs, enjoying the process. Your energy and love for trading is getting me excited to keep me learning. Keep up the great work. Thank you so much. I love you. God bless you, brother. I don't know why this does this. See this? I don't know what's going on. Every time, too, lately. All the time. Like, it's so annoying. Just get rid of it. It's got to be a glitch on Brave browser. It's got to be. Glitching out. Anyway, who cares? Wasting my time right now. Okay, so alert on Osmo. Good. So a lot of coins are going to take a bit of a hit, too, now as Bitcoin's starting to drop to the downside, right? All coins getting just completely annihilated a little bit. Happens every single time. All right? Happens every time. Caspa's actually holding up pretty good, though. We're going to take a look at the Bitcoin pairs, and we're going to break down what we see happening in the markets. All right? Yep. Seeing a little bit of, but not everywhere, though. Not everywhere. Interesting. Coins were actually lower yesterday. Certain coins have been more lower yesterday, so actually all coins are doing pretty good. Quite interesting enough, to say the least. Can you do TA on Bonk, please? The BOOKMAP ticks. XNA holding well, too. God has blessed me for the past 2 years by digging me out of my PTSD and bipolar hell. Discovered you 1 month ago and hoping to use your teachings to pass down wealth. So far, I'm down $1,700. You'll make your moves, man, one step at a time. I wouldn't leverage trade if I were you. When I first started, you know what I mean? One step at a time. Attempting to get the bounce, we still see 43,600 below us, so something we definitely have to watch. And look, the triple fours came out again for triple fours. Bitcoin battling right now in the chop, so we got some kind of battle here. Definitely was a head and shoulder pattern there on that 1 minute time frame. A beautiful divergence here. Whenever I see a divergence this strong, which is a move up on the RSI and a move down on price action, it usually means we're going to get a reversal. It's a pretty strong reversal pattern. Indication, I don't know how you want to call it. You're the one who sees it. It's not like it's an indicator that you learn or grab yourself. All right. 70% Bitcoin will burst up just like back in 2016. Yeah. Yeah, I would end the short right now, personally. You know what I mean? We were in the money a little bit. Leverage trading would have actually paid pretty well. It's now at break even about, or almost stopped, but we moved the stop, right? So, we did a good job battling this, and this is how you can find out. You see, the old me, when I was a younger trader, I'd be on the 1 hour just freaking out, looking at a red candle. And previous resistance, bounce. So that is a spot you would look for people to take some profits. 44,005, 44,450. All right. It's not rocket science. It makes sense. And we have some bullish div here now. Attempting to pull the price up. However, bullish div is only as strong as the resistance. So right now you must see Bitcoin get above 44,700 to remain bullish. That's your bounce right there. That's your resistance. That was your SR flip. If you can't break above this, expect more downside. So it's good if we pump. But you must close candles. Like a 7-minute candle has to close back above this area. You know what I mean? Some alts just don't want to crash, holding better than Bitcoin. Yeah, we hold the 786, we can bounce. May the real alt flavor begins now. I also underestimated alts. And then they crazy pump. Yeah. Well, let's take a look at BTC pairs like someone just said. And I got a whole list of BTC pairs to look at for everybody here. What are Bitcoin pairs? Bitcoin pairs are when you buy Bitcoin and then you buy into an altcoin. And you're hoping for the altcoin to beat up on Bitcoin so that you make more money. So let's take a look at what's doing that right now today. So you have news, crypto, pumped to the upside. And look, tight moving averages up to the 200 SMA. It did it anyway. It's funny how that plays out no matter what. Helium continued to pump. Actually got a really nice pump today. So people held their helium, got excited, decided not to sell their helium like Bitcoin. Cello got a nice pump against Bitcoin. Time, even Chronotech actually, which has been getting some love recently. Remember someone asking me about it. It did just get back above its 200 SMA. You know, that's kind of a signal, an alt that's been slashed to the downside, that's been low on Bitcoin. Finally, even with Bitcoin's pumping, finally getting close and attempting to try to get back above. Even Litecoin Bitcoin wants to pump up. I wouldn't be surprised if that makes a move up to the 200 SMA. UO's Bolt, Tower, and there's ETHBTC. Look at ETH just shooting up to its 200 SMA. Pretty cool, right? To see Ethereum doing that. Let's take a look at Ethereum Bitcoin on KuCoin here, or whatever we want. I usually do it on Binance, but it doesn't matter. So Ethereum Bitcoin, we'll take a look at it on the daily. So Ethereum beasting Bitcoin, all right? Bitcoin taking a fall. And it's interesting, like the Bitcoin ETF piled up. People got excited. And then people, you know, sell out of Bitcoin and get back into Ethereum, right? There are people who want to make the most gains. They're not all about holding Bitcoin. They just want to make the most amount of gains, right? In my mind, I have like a certain amount of Bitcoin that I'd be happy with, and then I want to move on. All right. And remember, anything that pushes up for Ethereum, what's going to move with Ethereum? Optimism's going to move because it's a layer, it's a layer for Ethereum. Arbitrum's going to move, okay? It's going to layer, right? And then, you know what else that kind of moves with Ethereum is the injector protocol kind of moves a little bit with the Ethereum equals a little more than the other ones do. Matic tends to pump a little bit because Matic is a layer on Ethereum, was a layer, Sammy, I just converted 1 Bitcoin to DOT. Did I do good? I don't know. It's whatever you think is possible, man. You do whatever you think is possible. Alts will and always catch up. They're going legit apparently. Zencash is up 60% in 3 days. I longed, not logged. Yeah, I know. I figured Bitcoin dominance collapsing. Pendle is massive for Ethereum beta. So yeah, another thing that pumps is Lido DAO. Okay? Lido DAO will pump. So now look, now you have an inverted head and shoulder in a way. Kind of have this shoulder, this head, and this right shoulder break up to the upside, right? You do have the bullish divvy, but you must get back above resistance. If you come up here and you can't, dump, right? If you get above here, then we look for a flag, and we take the flag to the upside back to what? The 200 SMA on the 1 minute time frame, all right? These are the key concepts that I want you to understand and use every single day of your life. And look, a rounding. See how we're getting a rounding on the 200? On the 21, I mean? It's a good sign. You want a rounding. Same thing. If we were pumping up here, we would dump back down to the 200 SMA. You don't dump forever. You don't pump forever. When you're a beginner, your emotions get so full, all you can feel is the emotion at the time. And so you really feel like you're dumping forever or pumping forever. You can never really, go either way. All right? That short played out a little bit. Didn't give us the target, but did get into the money. If you moved your stop loss to break even, or you took profits quickly on a scalp, you did make some money on that short. However, it wasn't amazing. It wasn't like one of my amazing calls. I'm not going to be like, oh, look at me. It was all right. It was all right. What we did do, though, is if you're watching my channel and you're a beginner, you'd be freaking out on a red candle, but somehow you got here, you watched the 1 minute, and you calmed down. And you saw price action slowly find a place, and you realize that it has to kind of eventually slow up a little bit. Retest 46K in call now. Yeah, polymatic analysis, please. Yes, sir. Another 60% short. Just a matter of time now for XRP to dominate. Matic will pump now. Interesting. Let's get back to ETHBTC. I think it's important. So I like what we're seeing here. And it's kind of, look, it's got a bit of a cup and a handle. A semi cup and handy to the upside. That's cup and handle status. Bang, bang, bang. Ethereum about to change the game. And do we get some alt season action here? It's going to be so Ethereum, low, high, higher, low for Ethereum. Really good sign. Let's look at the weekly for Ethereum BTC. You want to see that oversold too. And it's got momentum. I'll tell you that. And it just crossed its 200 SMA. That's a very big sign. Let's look at the 5-day chart. It's headed for that 200 SMA. Let's look at the 3-day chart. It just got above the 200. Remember, it's about, no, it didn't yet. It's about to. Sorry, I had so many. Look at the daily. And I teach this. If we can close above the 200 SMA, it's ETH season. So that tells me that Ethereum will beat up on Bitcoin. Now, the market could go down a little bit and Ethereum could go down less. So it doesn't always mean that we're always going to pump entirely, but it does mean that Ethereum will beat up on Bitcoin. So really good sign here. And once we get above the 200 SMA, look at the last time. Huge move. Even if it was just a quick move, but a huge move coming here for Ethereum BTC. So I like what I'm seeing. We're a little overbought on the 4-hour time frame. If I was going to switch my Bitcoin to Ethereum, or even a portion of it, would have been on this flag last night, right? Like there. But I'd wait for this to either, make it to, look at the 1 minute. I'll wait for this to kind of it looks like it's going to pump a little more today, but eventually it's going to make a flag. And once it makes the flag on the 1-hour time frame, and it looks good because we can see the bigger time frames look good, I may swap some Bitcoin for Ethereum. Then you look at a chart like Sol ETH, and then you could swap some Sol for ETH. It's crazy how the game can go on and on, right? So I like what I'm seeing here for Sol. Now we have to look at Bitcoin dominance. This is going to be a different type of show because today we're looking at all sorts of different interesting things. When we look at Bitcoin dominance, we must. So look, this is interesting, but you have to heed this. Shoulder, head, kind of a right shoulder. Even though it did dip, it's weird, right? And even this was a shoulder, head and shoulder. Anyway, we had toppings. We had toppings out, right? We got to this resistance, couldn't get above it. We fell to the downside for Bitcoin. And remember, when we were down here, it did say we were going to get a bounce. We were low, and we said it says there was a bounce. And we did get the bounce for Bitcoin all the way to 48K. Unbelievable, right? $48,000 BTC. But now the dominance is falling to the downside. The one thing that I got to look at now is Tether dominance. And look at that. We got rejected by the exact place. We could not get above it. Look at that. Now we're in an ascending triangle. These are 50-50 patterns. They can break to the downside. I wouldn't be surprised if we broke lower. I see the measured move to 43,900. And more people just heard what I said. They're selling Bitcoin for Ethereum. All right. Watch. We're gonna balance this off now. Because now we got to look at the key other charts. You know the charts we got to look at. And remember, I got the order book going right here at all times, watching it for you on another screen. I got 6 monitors. So have no fear. We're always going to be able to give you the information you need to get you through the bumps and pumps and dumps. The bumps and dumps in the game. All right. So now I want to look at Bitcoin US Tether dominance. I want to see how much money is pouring into Tether. Are people selling off into Tether? You know? And if not, then this money is going somewhere and it's not leaving the crypto space. So Bitcoin dominance is dumping. But Tether dominance is not pumping. It's telling me the money is flowing into Ethereum and other coins. You want to look at Sol BTC, right? You want to look at the big players. That looks like it's gonna get a little bit of a rally here soon. So look, Sol BTC. So now you can start to see, interesting, money is moving out of Bitcoin and into these altcoins. It's very, very interesting. And I see Sol beating up on Bitcoin. It just got a golden cross on the 3-day chart. Very, very bullish. So you grab some Bitcoin, you grab some Sol BTC. Bang, bang, bang. How do you do that, right? If you're not sure what you're doing, if you've never done it before, I can guide you, I can help you, I can show you, all right? You'd go here to spot, all right? First thing you do is you'd have to get some Tether. You go to BTC, USDT, all right? You can even just beat Bitcoin. Say I wanted to buy $1,000 worth of Sol BTC. I type in $1,000 here. I could market buy the Bitcoin. Make sure you hit this first so it gives you an actual price, or fills in market. You buy the Bitcoin, $1,000. All right. You can look down. What did you buy? You can double check. I bought 0.02250. You could even grab this and copy it. Okay. You now go to BTC here, and you can go to Sol. And these are all your BTC markets. And there's people trading BTC markets every day, all the time. When I started trading these coins, there was only BTC markets. There wasn't Tether. You didn't have a chance to get into Tether, so you couldn't do that. All right. So now you're like, all right, I want to flip Sol BTC. So remember, total. I paste what I put in there, right? So I could remember. And you could, limit in there. Oh, you can't market buy, which is pretty interesting. So you can't market buy. Pretty awesome in a way. And if I can't market buy, I usually just go higher than the price action. All right. And remember, they tried to get all my Bitcoin there again. I can keep pasting that, and then I can buy Sol BTC. All right. And I can buy 0.02250, right? Now, it'll look like Sol in your wallet. You know what I mean? You'll have to remember that you bought the Bitcoin pair. All right. So, do you have Bitcoin setups in the group? I do, not all the time, but I do them a lot more than I used to. But there's times where we're just making money, making gains. You know what I mean? And one thing I want to talk about, in the trading group last night, we went over this. So look, so now you can follow the money in cryptocurrency, right? And I can teach you how to do that. And look, there you go, dumping to the downside. I see that going all the way to the target, 43,897. BOOKMAP don't lie, and BOOKMAP had liquidity to the downside. Usually we're going to get it. And look, these divergences are just they're not hard enough. They're not strong enough. They're not playing out. Look at this, man. Massive move. And this is just, it really looks like this is going into ETH. Look at ETH continuing to pump. So you can see the money just flowing right out of Bitcoin and into Ethereum directly. Right now, that's exactly what's happening. They're funneling Bitcoin money into Ethereum. You're watching it happening in front of your face. Okay? Because now you want to look at the DXY. All right? Altcoin Daily preaching everyone should get 10 sold. Yeah. Bitcoin, not many coins to trade, no money. Lots of altcoins been collected over the past months to trade. And look at that. We almost hit the target. There's the dump to 44,000. Insanity. And there it is. I mean, wow. A lot of money was made on these shorts today. They liquidated longs like you read about. So there was so many people that were still long believing the ETF. See, you can't do that. See, I never did that. See, other people, they don't look at any ETA. They just go, oh, the ETF, it's going to go long. See, they don't use any. Their brain is driving them. Their brain and their emotions. Nothing else. For us in this channel, it's complete logic. We're just simply looking at the charts. I mean, the divergence is getting out of control. And it was another mass liquidation here on BOOKMAP. And now they say we go lower. They got 43.5 now. See, BOOKMAP will keep tracking for you too. Right? And so just like when I'm long and I'm trading long, right? And I keep trading little flags. But that was crazy. This is good dump music. It's like dark and dreary, right? Insane. Wow. And we keep making half of the inverted, but never getting there. We just can't, no reversal pattern. And look, there's not even enough divergence here, in my humble opinion. So when you don't have a strong divergence, I look for a continuation pattern to short. So look, we can flip this upside down. Remember, I trade this long the same way we traded short. Same way. Wow, look at those 30-second candles. It looks like Hikinashi, and it's not. So crazy. So once you make it outside of the band of the moving averages, you start using those as a bounce area to continue down until you can shred right through them again to the 200. Look, we're upside down right now. I would, continue to short to 43,400. You're like, what is this man doing? He's out of his mind. I'm just showing you different things that you don't see other people do. Why have the same TA everyone else does? Why do the same stuff that everyone else does? I want to be different than everybody else. Let's have a moment of silence and say prayer for the longs that were lost. I mean, a lot of people got absolutely blasted. Loving my soul short. Please leave it until much lower. This guy says don't listen to YouTubers while showing up and watching and commenting. Don't worry, man. Seize the day. Don't let him get to you, man. Say a prayer, man. Right now, I want to say, dear Lord, thank you for everything which you've given me. Even though Bitcoin is dumping, help me always maintain a good day. Help me be nice to my kids. You don't want to be in a bad mood. Help me realize that this could be the last day of my life, and I want to make sure it's the best day of my life. So, super important that we're always maintaining, proper understanding of this life we live in. And wow, but this is a dump. When I can't even flag out the 30-second chart, like they can't even give us a flag there. This is just wow. It's one of the biggest dumps I've seen in a long time. And I was short last night in the trading group. Shout out to everybody here. That's why we have the weekly screen share. Who is super happy about the weekly screen share last night? Who, after the weekly screen share, went to bed. Now they see the dump and they realize, like, hey, you were prepared for this. Who used to not have a weekly screen share, and then after coming to it, like, I just want to see the difference. Like, you used to do this on your own. Now you pay $99. You're in a trading group, or you paid for the year. Who realize? I just want to see if you got a lot of benefit out of the screen share. I just want to make sure. You know what I mean? And now I want to see if today is easier for you to handle because of the screen share you had last night. Okay. I saw a big dub this morning on the toilet. That's funny. Up 1K thanks to the screen share. Amazing. Yeah. I love it. I'm up about 40%. They were on spot. Screen share was super. I love you and the group. Wonderful last night. I would have made money instead of getting liquidated everything. Dang. Had a quick question about joining the 99. If someone has a free second payment, says first of the month. No, it's fine. You could pay any day you want, and it sets up on that day. So if you pay on the 10th, it resets on the next 10th. If you pay on the 12th, if you pay on the 29th, it resets on the 29th. Yeah, it does not do that Patreon stuff. Do you do TI on Bitcoin to see if you're long on an alt? Of course. That's why we look at Bitcoin all day. I heard the screen share was fully closed. It was, yeah. Welcome to Crypto Wall Street. Yep. Why Bitcoin going down to correction? We're going to 37,000. We have some support here at 44,000. But now we do have to kind of look at the macro yet again. And we've determined that the only great thing about this is the money's not leaving cryptocurrency. It's going into Ethereum. So, you can see Bitcoin dominance collapsing. It's a good sign for our altcoins, everybody. So if you're in alts, a lot of money got into Bitcoin, and it's just leaving Bitcoin and heading into the altcoins. Let's take a look at the total market cap in all of cryptocurrency. How bad is it taking a hit? All right. And it's red, but it's not half as red as Bitcoin. However, I will tell you, it's overbought on the daily and does need a pullback. So it's interesting. The money's flowing out of into ETH, and then are they going to dump ETH too? It's weird. But, what I've been watching is this idea here. You could try to say we're retesting, but I feel like, no, we fell back inside. Oh, you broke out. Now you're breaking back inside. It's like it was a bull trap. Try to fake you to break out of this to the upside. Now you come back down. Now this could break down. Total market cap doesn't look amazing. I gotta, I'm being, the bigger time frames don't look, they're pretty sold off though. So it says that the daily is going to come back down and dump us. I'd be looking at this level here at 146. Obviously, we'd lose 159 as well. Today, don't worry, I'm going to go over all this, and we're going to do our macro analysis for Bitcoin, the weekly video. And so get prepared for that. That's something that will come out. So I'm not going to go too deep into this because you're going to see it literally later on this afternoon. It's going to be a pre-recorded video too, so you'll have access to that later on. I do that every single Friday if you want to jump on in. All right. If you liked what happened, if you wanted to be at the weekly screen share, you could have joined the trading group last night and been there. Join the trading group, cryptolifer.com. Super awesome. I can't wait to see you there, and you will get all the awesome insights. 15 years of trading, every single thing that I'm seeing. If I'm going over something, what's happening, and I'll break it down. So finally, some type of inverted head and shoulder. You see it? Finally attempting to slow down. All right. 43.8. We did hit 43.8. BOOKMAP says we go lower. It's still got a mean order down here at 43.540. We don't get every one of them, but it just says that, hey, we're likely going to go lower. All right. Now you got resistance at 44,200. Do we bounce or roll over? I mean, this could be the possible reversal now. Like, we will reverse at one point and go after the shorts. There's got a bunch of people now that have short stop losses that need to get wrecked. And we got a gap here in the VRVP. So this is what they do back and forth all day. So whoever gets late to the party, whoever's emotionally late to the party, they waited, and then they just jump in. Those are the people that get wrecked. Whoever takes their money, get in and out, and has control, they get paid. You can pay yourself if you have a plan and you're in and out of the market. If you force yourself in the market, you're going to have your bit of a problem. See how the stochastics are turning on us now? It looks like this is going to dump again. Stop loss on the other side of the 200 SMA. And this looks like it's going to drop to 43.4. Either that or we double bottom here. But I see more pain for Bitcoin. Ethereum continuing to pump against BTC. Interesting enough. How's ETH USDT? Is that also pumping? It is. So Ethereum pumping today, which is crazy, right? So as Bitcoin dumps, ETH pumping. So people making money no matter what. Let's take a look if there's going to be a continuation for this pump for Ethereum. Bit of bearish div now on that 5-minute. Let's look at our 7. Yeah, you got some cat ears going on here, right? Looks like ETH is slowly going to break down. I mean, that's pretty bearish. That's a weird pattern. I guess you'd say it was this and you retested. Still pretty weird. If it is retesting though, Ethereum could make a move further up. The target for ETH is 29.45. This is crazy. I'm almost in my lifetime, I've never seen Bitcoin take this bit of a dip and Ethereum take this much of a pump. Pretty interesting for me. I'm happy about it because I like that a lot of money isn't leaving the space. Even in the last hour, we got a sell off and then a buy back into Ethereum. So people are still kind of, running that narrative. Why would you want to go? Let's take a look at the DXY now. We got to see what is the dollar doing. The dollar's still slumping and about to dump. Like the dollar did nothing today. So this is a completely internal move in cryptocurrency. These are whales selling Bitcoin for Ethereum, period. That's what we're seeing right now. And that's why we don't see a big hit in the altcoins. All right. That's why portfolios are down, but they're not down too bad. They could be down way worse than they are, right? Like Caspa, my Caspa bag still holding above, 60,000 is pretty interesting to me. All right. Yesterday was crazy. I'll be honest. Yesterday was a crazy day. And we didn't even give it all back. So it's interesting, to say the least. Tracking it every day. So the dollar index still, basically at a triple top, looking super bearish. And, that's a Bart Simpson. It's a Bart Simpson pattern that's about to roll over to the downside, in my humble opinion. All right. 30K Tom Crown. Funny. Is Tom Crown here in the chat? Shout out to Tommy Crown. Are you out there? Tommy Crown. Gold and silver moved up today too. As soon as Bitcoin started dumping, GBTC outflows from yesterday started coming through this morning. 200 million of known sells so far. Yeah. I was short from a couple days ago on ETH. Caught the absolute high to the dollar. Was up 60%. It came back up and made another high this morning. Had to stop right under my short. It's so crazy. Bake, Solbro, USDT, ARPA, CRISPR, Quant, and XRP BTC. The first Bitcoin 2.0 will pump, as always, when Bitcoin dumps. You're funny. Just had my dinner. Shout out to Jamie Barry. We love you. Joel and High Elite One Straw. This is a buy the dip opportunity for Bitcoin. Remember, when everyone gets fearful, you buy. Oh, yeah. For sure. We need the Crypto Lifer Tom Crown crossover. We've talked about it. We got to do something. It just, my mom died right when we were in the talks of it, and I just needed a moment. Ordy will get a shot. Thoughts on Matic, bro? Should I buy altcoins now, my girl, again? How far Solana will dip? Bitcoin ETFs, profits rolling into ETH, ETF speculation. I know. Sir, should we activate order at 31K? Whatever makes you happy, man. Why would you ask me? Today is making it easier to get my final Bitcoin holding. Look at that. This guy's an opportunity guy. He's talking about opportunity, And yeah, I mean, it's a good day to buy a little more BTC. Every day is a day to buy a little more Bitcoin, in my humble opinion. And I'll put my money where my mouth is. Another 2,500. Snatching it. I'm greedy when everyone's fearful, right? And we'll look back 10 years from now, and whoever had a long-term plan and wasn't freaking out with the emotions right now are there. The market's dumping. I'm live right now. It's not awesome. I'm not like, yeah, let's go. Let's dump. I love dumping it to the downside. You know what I mean? Like, We have 1,700 people here on the live. Let's dump him, you know. But I am teaching you we can make money either way. It does not matter. Like right now, this looks like you're going to dump again. It's a bear flag right there. It's already dumping. Look at that. It is a late short. We are getting some div, but every time we, you know, and so the Stokes right here are likely to roll over. My target is 43,374. And it'd be awesome if we can finally make a higher low. But I'm still bearish for Bitcoin. And now you have another bit of resistance at 44,200. And that was the key area that I said we can't lose. And then we lost that. And it's kind of like, that's, you know what I mean? That was a very key area. For me, at least. How's MYRO doing? Is it holding up in the pain? Doing pretty good. I mean, it's at 11. Still holding gains. It did get a sell-off, you know, but from yesterday's flag that we talked about, it's up, still up, but it, you know, gave back most of the gains. But still up pretty nicely. MYRO did a beautiful job. Shout out to anyone that got into MYRO. We gave it on 12.19 in the trading group. I bought in at 2 cents, 2.5 cents. It went all the way to about 13. It did a 6x, doing very, very nice. You know what I mean? Even the beefiest bull has to stop every so often to munch some grass. Amen. Yeah. Shout out to Little Time Mining, back to 45K. You never know. This short is in the money again now. Look, you can move the stop to break even, and you're either going to get kicked out or you're going to make money. See that? That's how I trade them. Just, I don't mind. I don't care if I get break even 10 of them and then 2 of them make gains, because that's making money. Okay? I want to sign up for the 99 group today, and I'm able to pay the payment with ADA. Yes, you can. Please email cryptolifers@gmail. Cryptolifers@gmail. And we will take your payment. All right? Can we see sub 40K Bitcoin today? I don't know. Anything is possible. Anything is possible. Now that short is in the money, and I just gave it to you right now again. There you go, baby. You're in the money on this short. Stop loss to break even. You can't lose. I showed you exactly how to go after this short. Simple. You don't have to be a genius here. High stochastics, below the 221. Same way I trade a long on a scalp. A long scalp's the same exact thing. We projected it, wait for it to come to the 21, we trade it. Wait for the Stokes to get low, but this time we wait for the Stokes to get high. It's just the opposite idea. Here would be a place to take half the trade off the table, because we could get a bounce right when we hit that. Because you can see that we bounced there. Once we lose that, you're dropping. You could once you close the candle below there, you could add, and we're going to drop likely to 43.3. And now once you broke 44,000, you got that psychological idea that you're going to go lower. All right. Hey, man, can you give us your TA on LDO? It's going to be falling, Ethereum. But you got to do a super chat for me to do TA yet. Shout out to anyone who made gains right now on this short to the upside. Or to the downside, but your portfolio's to the upside as the short dumps. But shout out to everyone. That's a beautiful short right there. Even at the end of it, too. We caught it at the end. You didn't have to fight, bang, bang, bang. All right. Wow, this is amazing. Unbelievable. And see right there, we're going to battle the CERE because there's a double bottom there, you see? It's going to be some profit taking there. It could be a bounce. I would take some money off the main, Oh, wow. And there you go. You lost that key level. Beautiful. We're going to fall down to 43,300 now. Boom. There you go. Easy money, man. Shorts are fast money. You can get paid really quick, get in and out of the market. You don't need to do a lot. All right. Cas just don't care. Yeah, Casper's also holding pretty nicely compared to Bitcoin. All coins are holding up nicely. People are selling off. Look. And there you go. That short was beautiful. Look at that. I gave it to you right in front of you. Showed you exactly how to enter, when to put the stop loss to break even. Complete risk-free trade. All right. Because of you, Crypto Lifer, I'm having my most profitable day on a day when I would have lost a lot without you. Pickle Rick, we love you and we appreciate you, man. This happens all the time. People say, hey, I made my most profitable day with you, and it would have been a day where I would have lost a lot of money. Making gains. The hotness, baby. Watch waters above crypto. Take a look at Ape Zcash. And wow, man, they just can't. We can't get a divergence to save our lives here. I have Matt Money watching these YouTube loves every day. I have made money watching the YouTubes every day and finally joining the 99 today. I just sent my email to support for setting ADA. Never been more excited to start something. Road Mix, we love you. We appreciate you. I love that you're jumping on in today. And look at that. The dump happens. Look, I called this dump for you. Now, I mean, basically we won the trade. You know, you can take most of your money off the table now and you're in. We won. But it's likely coming to my target. Look at that. Beautiful move to the downside. Textbook. Come on, baby. You know you want to come to the target now. Make me look good and come right to my yellow line. It basically hit the target of my my long tool, though. But come on, baby. You know you're going to come all the way down. And BOOKMAP told us this was going to happen. We knew it. And then 43,000, and then it's kind of done. Look, and then the liquidity's gone. And they shorted as many people as they could, and they bought as much as they could. All right. 43,000, and I'm forced to buy another little more, right? I got to buy these red days. I got no choice. I got to buy the red day, right? Make sure they all went through. Filled. Snatch Bitcoin at 43, 44 on the lows, baby. On the lows. All right? On the lows. I'm not chasing Bitcoin on the highs. I'm buying Bitcoin on the lows. Come to my target now and make me look good for everybody on the live. Come on. Just do what you're supposed to do. Come to my target. We can all get paid. Lifer Daily Clinic, who here just made a boatload with me right now. And there you go. All right. Come on. It hit the target now. All right. Now you can call me a G. All right. Come on. And it hit my exact target and bounced. But you made gains right now. You made gains. All right. Short and chill the whole market. Exactly. Short and chill the whole weekend. Exactly. It's a good entry. Testing weekly support. And there, I would take money on that short now. What a beautiful gain you just made. At 10x leverage, that's a 16% gain. At 20x, that's 32. At 30x, you're talking a beautiful 48% gain. I mean, so we still don't really have a strong div though. Like that div's a little bit, but it's still not what I'm looking for Bitcoin. We may continue to go further to the downside. Now I'd project my next flag, just like I would flip this back. How do I project my flag? Same idea. All right. And the next trade, make sure we're upside down right now. I just want to let you know because I trade bullishly all the time and I've always been a more bullish trader. So I can trade short as long as I just trade bullish. Doesn't that make sense? It's kind of weird, but and I teach students this. So I help people that have a really hard time shorting. I teach them how to short the market. And I did this for years till I figured it out. Like it helped me. You get it? I just had to flip the chart a different way to give me a new perspective. Look, I'll flip it back upside down and you'll see we're going to now. So when the 21 comes and touches, this could continue. Our target will be 42,900. All right. Hey, Sam, thanks for all you do. Could you look at CLSK stock, please? Probably, I don't know, maybe. Yeah, I guess I will. I don't really want to jump into a stock right now. Bitcoin's getting absolutely meleeed, you know. And MYRO back into the teens. Are you kidding me? So sad. MYRO back to 19. I did need to buy more, but wow. And this wasn't a triangle. It said it could go back to 11. Insane. Bake, Soul, ARPA, CRISPR Quant, XRP, BTC. Wow, we got a few super chats. Not too many, though. Thank you for the super chats. We appreciate the love. Oops, my super chat is a stock. I know, right? Almost doubled my money on these shorts. Shout out to Crunk C. We love you. Don't tell lifer. You know, funny. No. It's all good. It's all good. Now, I'm in a great mood all the time. I don't want to get, yeah. Shout out to all the fan funding. Oof, Crazy Frog. Bryson Gonzalez, Bake. What's your opinion on the Soul Brobe? Noob. Never heard of it. Soul Brobe. If you could get ARP, I appreciate it. Thank you. Shout out to Rips. We'll look at that. CRISPR, Pickle Rick. Labas. Check quant, please. Thank you, Tucker, Pickle Rick, Rips, and everyone that gave. Tucker again, Bryson Gonzalez, Jason Riggs, Brandon, Su181, XRP BTC chart, and CLX. Just wanted to shout everyone that gave fan funding. $41 at chat revenue. You people are absolutely amazing. That definitely helps me get breakfast this morning. I appreciate that. Struggling, you know what I mean? So that you know, no, but God bless everybody here on the live. Okay, cool. All right, so yeah, but my MYRO taking a hit too. Everything taking a hit. Let's take a look at ES1, S&P futures. Is that also getting sold off pretty hard? A little bit, but not as bad as Bitcoin. So this is kind of an isolated incident here for BTC, and we can figure that out based on Ethereum. I'm looking for the S&P to pull back and just consolidate for a bigger move, but I am looking for a couple week like sideways consolidation for the S&P after that monster end of the year rally. All right. Remember, that was the look, the exact target is where it bounced. Look, my target was the exact place price bound. It's so weird, right? My TA is impeccable. I can teach you how to do this. You can do what I do. I just use a system so you can do it. Over time, there's a little intuition that goes over time. You just get this like sense of the market, but. And did I talk about Jason Casper today? What a nice guy. Jason Casper, man. God bless that man. Shout out to all the Casparians out here, all the JC Casparians. I don't know what we call you guys. I call you Casparians. I like that. Pricians. You guys are the lifers. We got the lifers over here. God bless the crypto lifers, man. And so we didn't open up this short yet, but it's looking like it's possibly getting ready for another move to the downside. That was a beautiful short right here. That was all we needed for the day. I hope a bunch of people make textbook gains on that short. It was absolutely textbook. 21, ready. I showed you exactly how to get in, when to get in. Bam. I wish I knew how to short. These red days make me poor. Smashing it, as always. You will learn how to short if you keep watching the market. Look, I showed you how to short today right there. Right now. Look, 21 coming. You short just the same way. You got to learn how to long, honestly. You don't know how to do either one. I could teach you either way. I could teach you, man. Hang out with someone that can teach you stuff. That's the key. Hang out with someone that can teach you stuff. All right? Spend time with people that are educating you. Don't spend time that waste your time and don't show you anything. I'm always going to be here to teach. I'm always going to be here to help because that's what I'm passionate about. That's what I love to do. You want to be around people that are doing what they love to do. Also, I like being around people that are passionate about learning, so I hang out around those types of people. My friends are passionate about learning. The people that I hang out with have deep conversations about science, math, religion, philosophy. My wife is always picking my brain, always trying to talk. She would talk all night about the world and, socioeconomic ideas. My wife is so smart. Such a beautiful woman. She's so awesome. I'm so lucky I have her in my life. I really am. Without her, I don't know where I would go. All right. Casper is my favorite. Lifer is a close second. You're funny. Crazy how Bitcoin is dipping and half the market isn't. Well, it's all, it's people that have been buying all these holds for so long, and they're not just going to give up positions out of nowhere just because of some Bitcoin folly, okay? Also, Bitcoin was running up because of the ETF, where, all coins running up. Did they have ETFs? No, so it was a back and forth, you know what I mean? Let's take a look again, though. Are we still losing? Are they still strong? Yeah, Helium back up again. ETP Optimism still holding their gains. Not amazing, but still holding their gains. Look, 78% in 7 days for Ethereum name service. Rocket Pool. I talked about this last night in the trading group and said, you're going to see Lido DAO, Rocket Pool. You're going to get some pretty big moves. Injector Protocol down, but not too bad. Sol down, but not too bad, right? Beam even down, but not too bad. A lot of coins that got sold off. Even Casper holding high 11s. Pretty interesting to see. Market's interesting. A lot going on today. All right. Bitcoin is a bullet, is a buy all day, in my opinion. Little time mining. Show me the way, Sensei. Pump it, baby. Shorting ETH the next few months will be as risky as shorting Bitcoin the last few. Just because he goes live shirtless. You're funny. Bounce back from here or more dumpage. I don't know. Bitcoin profits flowing into Ethereum. That's what we're talked about. That's what we've been seeing today. And, yep. Now, if you can get above the 200 SMA on the 5 second, you can get above the 200 SMA on the 30, and maybe there's a chance we can reverse here. We're looking for the reversal pattern finally. God bless anyone that took that short. Was the one I was waiting to give you guys a perfect trade, and I did. I'm so happy I did. God bless everybody out here. All right. You're right. Why is it going down? Gary Gensler was selling. Bitcoin bouncing on the 4-hour 200 SMA. Yeah, but it's going to be very, it's very chintzy. Let's take a look at that. We'll look at Bitstamp. I never look at Bitstamp, but whatever. It doesn't matter to me. So look, we lost the 200 SMA on the 1-hour time frame. The second that candle closes, I'm short. I'm daringly short. And then I'm short till we hit the 200 SMA on the 4-hour time frame. Now, remember, it's not all bad yet. We're still kind of holding this trend line. It's not the worst thing in the world. Once we close a candle below this, it's like we're going to drop down, and you're going to see Bitcoin fall to 40,000. And there's a chance we do go all the way to 30. There's a chance we do see 38K today because we could just go boom. There's definitely a chance we see 38K today. All right. Justin, Grayscale was selling. Gary Gensler is a dumb man, somebody said. Maybe, MYRO, someone pointed to. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, and then we'll work right back up. Actually, a retracement is good. I would be more worried if it goes through the all-time high before the halving. Yeah. Bless you, Sam. Let's take a look at the super chats, and then we're out. So look, you want to see if the 200 can be held right now by the 4-hour. You went right to it, and you're being held by it. You're like, bing. Again, there is a... you're looking for that hidden bullish, to save the day, which did a few times, but it may not this time. It may not this time. All right. Were people really expecting institutions and high net worth individuals to ape into the ETF with Bitcoin at a 2-year high? What do you mean they did ape into the ETF? They did 7 billion in volume yesterday. I love when people say things they have no idea what they're talking about. Like they did ape into the ETF. Like the ETF it was the biggest seller in the history of ETFs. Like you just depicted exactly what happened. Like that's exactly what happened. Like yes, that's exactly what happened, man. So funny. Anyway, it's just funny to me. So could this be could we get a bounce here for Bitcoin and save the day? There's a chance. As long as we don't lose this trend line and we stay above the 200 SMA, we could get ourselves a bit of a bounce here. It was a double top, freaking bull trap. I've never seen anything like that. That's insane, right? But again, the M pattern broke to the downside. It's an M. M's are supposed to break down. Like that's what's supposed. And that's what happened. And don't you notice we always get a lot of the movement during my show, 10 to 12. It's the best time to trade. I'm telling you right now, it's the best time to be trading is from 10 to 12. We finally got a little liquidity back above us here. And now we got the long range bull. Whenever I see that kind of extended, usually is towards the end of the rally too. And we got to 43,004. We got to some pretty low levels. Do we go lower? Well, we'll know by looking at this trade here. This looks like it's going to be another perfect trade. Hold up. And that's why I don't use emotion. See, emotion will be able to, it's dumbing so much I can't keep shorting. Well, look. Bang, right here like so. Oversold in the Stokes. Let the Stokes be our guide. Last time, that's how we traded. Look, high Stokes. Boom. High Stokes. Boom. Bearish div, shoulder, head, shoulder, come to daddy. Another short to the downside here. Looks like it's about to drop to 42,900. Let's go, baby. Let's go. And again, I hold Bitcoin long term. I believe in Bitcoin long term. I don't want you guys to think I am a predator who loves to watch Bitcoin dump. I just want to see price action go whichever way it can go and take advantage of it. That is it. Shout out to everybody here on the live who's having fun watching the Crypto Lifer, who just came to the channel from the YouTube recommendations. Put a 333 if you just found me from YouTube. If you like what you're seeing here, God bless you. All right? I love you all. Elizabeth Warren and Gary G are out having shots right now. You're funny. You're the trade sensei, Sammy. Can you explain why it's going down? I just got here. Because it is. All right. Shout out to everyone that just jumped on into the YouTube recommendation. I love it. God bless YouTube. Thank you, YouTube. We love you. We appreciate you. And we're going to be here every single day. You can count on me. YouTube just wants to make money, man. That's what they want to do. They want to make money on ad revenue. You know, I'm teaching inside of that environment. And look, there we go again to the downside. But wow, the Stokes reset. Look how fast the Stokes reset. 1 minute about to dump again. And we just gave you another short entry there at 43,822. Already up again. And here we go. And look, we have the orders for BOOKMAP telling us that we can get all the way down to 42,890. No reason not to continue the short to the downside. Just remember to continue the patterns. All right? I want to do the super chats, but this is insane. It doesn't stop. All right? Thank you so much for giving your ideas. It helps so much anytime. Aladdin at work, YouTube, Google, because it is, yeah. Thank you, Mr. Price. You're the man. Shout out to Fib Sniper. God bless you. Pamp it. Somebody said, yeah, dump it. You mean, yeah. And there, now you're really in the short again. I just gave you a second short, nicely in the money. Move your stop loss to break even. Nice and calmly. Take a deep breath. You can do this on Mexi nice and easily. Ready to go. You can also link your charts to your TradingView account, and you can trade live on TradingView if you want to. All right. Link for the techno playlist. It's my own little playlist. You'd never get the exact link, you know. But it's epidemic sound you can get to. Shout out to the $49 in chat revenue. Thank you for being here. And look, double bottom here. That's where you would take half off because you never know. You could get a bounce. You lose this level, though, you're going all the way down. And there you go. I just gave you a second flag, told you exactly when to get into the trade, showed you how to move the stop, where to put the stop, how to put the stop into break even. You're now with the money again on the short, and the short continues to drop to the downside. And the level we're taking it all the way is to 42,950, and it's very likely we're going to hit my target. How am I doing this? Am I a magician? Do I know where price is going? And have I time traveled? Maybe. Have I done this before? Yes, many, many times in my life. Is this my first time? No, it's not. Okay. And there we are, 43,000 through 30. Am I emotional? No. Am I handling this well? Yes. Am I just looking at the charts? Yes. I'm just trading bear flags that hit the 21-day moving average. Nothing more, nothing less. I'm looking for a bullish div that I can finally sink my teeth into. Right here, it's getting a bit better. But it's still, you know, that's not bad. That one's like the best one we've seen all day. Okay. And there, I mean, there's the bullish div there. Low stochastics, maybe a good time to, you know, take some profits on the trade and call it a day. Don't be too greedy. We hit the first one, you know. A good bullish div now. And again, all day I just keep looking for eventually the inverted, but they won't give it to us. Do crazy people answer themselves all the time? ETF has been buying OTC Bitcoin, which has been priced from Coinbase. When supply runs out, they will need to purchase spot, which affects price. Exactly. They've been buying in Cumberland. Cumberland is OTC here, right? Leading investors in technology. They provide the big liquidity behind the scenes. All right. bleeding nonstop. Let's take a look at the BTC chart. Let's take a look at the ETHBTC chart. Is it continuing to beat up, or is that eventually also getting... Eventually, that'll take a hit too. Wow, but it did continue to pump to the upside there, eventually getting a little bit of a pullback, but continuing to pump. And let's look at ETH/USD. And so that little flag did get sold off at 27 back down too as well. But still, I mean, it pumped hard last night and now making a flag. So Coinbase has sophisticated buy bots. They DCA in on the lows. Yep. 42.5 then up. ETH dipping. No worries. Reverse. I'm a sophisticated buy bot. I DCA in on the lows. Lifer, do you invest to get into airdrops? I do. I try not to invest, though. I just try to play around. Like, I don't want to waste too much. I just try to play around. All right. And get what I can. Meaning, like, sometimes you don't even have to invest. You just have to click, do a few things, do a couple deposits. You don't have to do tons of stuff to get gains. All right. Struggling, man. Bitcoin just getting massively sold off. There's a massive sell-off right now for BTC. So, like, okay, you got your DTC. It's probably the government just selling all their Bitcoin, right? Oh, so you got your thing. We'll just sell off on you. But it doesn't matter. You know what I mean? It's not going to change the fact. All right. Still a break even. The only thing that can happen is you don't lose money here. You just get kicked out of the trade. Remember that. If you use a cool, calm head, you're going to be fine. I see a really good divergence finally. Swing down to swing down, swing up to swing up on the 1 minute time frame. I get when Bitcoin moves fast, I get the smaller time frames. Mickey is my hidden gem. That thing is trash, man. Alts are starting to sell off. Alt season, you're welcome. Why do you block people? I don't block people. I have no control over this. I'm not watching the chat. You really think I have time to block people here? So I don't block people, man. If you got blocked, it's an admin, you know what I mean? I have a staff of like 10 people now. I can't control everybody that works for me and everything that happens. You know what I mean? Don't take it so personal, man. All right? Thank you. Can I get a thumbs up from you so you understand that it's not me? And can you not take it so personal so you don't see me at a Barnes & Noble one day at a book signing and decide to like attack me? You know, I always have this fear I'm going to be at a book signing because I'm definitely going to write a few books and they're going to come and just, you know, just, you blocked me in October of 2003. You know, it's like, geez Louise, man. So anyway, and if you're blocked, you're probably doing something stupid. You know what I mean? So, okay. And he got a thumbs up from the dude. All right. Thank you. All right. If someone was blocked, my guess is there's a good reason. Yeah. Getting attacked at a bookstore is hilarious, right? Congrats. You got timed out again. This guy's so funny, man. Anyway. Who, me? No, just joking. So look, now we're in another flag. It likely wants to dump on you again. Continue the move. First target is 42,928 for Bitcoin. 1,894 people on the live. 774 likes. Can we get the likes up to the watchers? Even to 1,000 likes. Let's go. I gave you a live trade right there. I gave you another live trade right there. Both played out or they're both paid. Both paid. And showed you how to move the stop to break even. Both are in the money right now, technically. Actually, this one's at even right now. It's at the buy, right? Oh no, the buy was right there. Yeah, the buy's right there. It's that one. It's actually still in the money, but there is a very strong bullish div now. And now you have this is where you have to flip this area here where you had resistance, bounce. So now you get back above 43,729 to remain. You flip that, then we can give ourselves an inverted head and shoulder. And I want to stop shorting the market. Like, okay, shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for being here. All right. Okay. So we're going to take a look at Soul Brobe, I guess. I want to go over the super chats, but it's really kind of irrelevant because it's really all about what Bitcoin does today and what's happening. I mean, it's kind of like a non-super chat type of day. It's a freaking emergency Bitcoin stream, right? It's out of control. We have 1,800 people here in the live because people are like, what is happening, right? Bake actually looks pretty nice. It's interesting. Funny how these altcoins don't give a dang. Like, normally the altcoins are dumping. Bake doesn't care. Bake doesn't care at all. Looks like it's not even moving, though. It's weird. But Bake isn't a flag on the 4-hour time frame. 21 coming up. Looks like Bake may actually continue to pump here. Wow, I'm actually pretty bullish on Bake. As long as Bake stays above 39, it looks like it's going to move through this gap. Look at the gap in the VRVP, all the way up to that point of control at 53.80. I like what I'm seeing here for Bake. Very, very interesting. All right. Look, you're in the money still. You're still in the money in the short. We haven't closed it yet. I love this Dubbage Moon Boys in full panic mode. I appreciate your positive vibes each day. Thank you, Sam. Yeah, if you're a moon boy and you don't realize that price can go up or down, there's too many people that get just their head in deer in headlights. Oh, you got to learn how to short and long the market. You got to take advantage of the market no matter which way it goes. It just is what it is. All right? It is what it is. Bang. Wow, I told you to short the Ponzi. Funny. I don't know how to short anything, stocks or crypto. We'll teach you. Just keep coming back. Join the trading group so you can learn what you need to learn. 1 month you can learn that. Come in with a goal. Leave with what you need. You know, go hard to 20K. Shorts never lose. You're funny. Another short loading up. Kramer just tweeted bottom signal. You're funny. Another short loading up. You talking about fiat dollar? Pipe, please. I need money, man. Pipe, please. Nah. Crypto, did you buy Bitcoin earlier to fuel the short? Funny. Can you make money on any movement? Doesn't matter if it's up or down. Amen. Shout out to Mystic Ruin. If you want to earn, you got to learn. Amen. Reverse Kramer. Reverse. Yeah. That's a strong divergence. It could be the one that gets us back to the upside here for Bitcoin. All right. And let me finish off the super chats, and then I'm going to extend a little longer, but then I'm out of here for the day. And I may not finish the super chats today, everyone. It's kind of not a day to look at your coin right now. I have to be honest. Like we're kind of on a bigger idea at the moment. Not to be rude. Normally every day I go over super chats. ARPA in the last 3 days has had a nice pump. I put it out when it was in this channel. It pumped out, then went sideways, and then continued to do some damage. Get rid of the moving averages, look at it on the daily time frame, and see what we're looking at for ARPA. Got above a key resistance. Followed Bitcoin a lot. Kind of made this like rising wedge. I feel like it broke out, broke back. It broke out twice. Broke back inside, and now it's continuing to move. The daily suggests this thing continues to go. Token Metrics likes it. Targeted 8 cents, maybe even higher. Token Metrics is all about it. I don't know. The whole market's kind of weird right now. I'll be honest. Like, I got, like, whenever I got Bitcoin on my mind and Bitcoin's dumping like this, it's hard for me to, like, sit and focus on an altcoin. I have to be honest. Even though I'm great at TA and I can slap on, it just, my mind's just not where I wanted to be on an altcoin right now. Like, if Bitcoin was nice and sideways, we're starting a regular day. Let's take a look at your 4-hour time frame. I mean, you kind of have a double top here, don't you? And the 4 hours coming down. So I look for the 4 hour to come back down. A weird pattern. I got to give it to you, you know. Definitely broke back inside. Look for it to retest the top of the channel one more time and continue back up. The daily has legs. The 4 hour needs to pull back. Strange pattern, right? CRISPR? Isn't that some garbage? This thing was a rug pull pharmaceutical. All right. Got back above its 200 SMA on the daily. In a symmetrical triangle. It's going to break out very soon. It's got, it almost looks like a bull flag. It could go either way, but it does look more bullish than bearish. Almost like a shoulder, a head and a right shoulder there. Above the point of control, pointing up to the upside. Let's look at your 2-day. 2-day chart's about to blast. I like what I'm seeing here for CRISPR. To me, it's likely going to break further to the upside here. My target is 105 for this thing. I don't know anything about it, and I don't care. Let's take a look at Quant, USDT. Come back to me a few weeks from now. Tell me if I hit it. Quant, I said, was the most boring coin in the world. I said stay away from it. It barely went up a double when the whole market ripped. It went from 86. It didn't even double. It almost doubled while the entire market did 5Xs, 20Xs, 30X. Imagine sitting in Quant and watching Naka do a 25X, watching Gala pump, watching MYRO do a 6X. I mean, the coins that we saw, XNA doing a 10X, like we did. I 10X, XNA, or 7X did. I mean, I 5X'd another coin. I did gains on MYRO. We've done, it's just insane. We did like a 20X on Caspa. We've made so much gains, and it hasn't even been like quote unquote bull run yet, right? So I feel like we've been in a bullish run, whether it's the bull run or not. So Quant looks like it's going to break out on the 2-day chart, staying above the 200 SMA. As long as it stays above this yellow line, and then you have the 50 crossing, that's a good sign. I see Quant at 184 not too long from now, but still the most boring coin in the game is Quant. Most boring coin in the game. CLSK, which is Clean Spark, which I believe they're mining, right? There's something to do with Bitcoin, because I met the guy, you know what I mean? Previous resistance, now we get in the fallback. I mean, it's previous resistance becoming support. As long as it holds that level and it's oversold, I see that as a great place to add. And then it goes to 18. Looks like it's actually going to do a pretty big pump. Might take a while, right? That's what I'm looking at for CRISPR. And last but not least, we have XRP-BTC, right? Sorry, that was CLX, right? And I didn't do this Soul Bro thing. You guys can research that on your own. I think it's a Soul meme coin. It could be a rug pull, so I don't know. I don't want to add to a rug if it is a rug. You know what I mean? I don't know enough about it, so I'm not going to feature it right now. You can Google it yourself. It's called Soul Bro, all right? You heard it here first from me. If you get into it, it is, do whatever makes you happy. XRP was looking great. It had to maintain this trend line, though, and it did not. It's kind of not a good look, right? And so this premier top coin is still struggling to gain any type of momentum. A lot of people say JP Morgan. A lot of people have been accumulating more and more XRP. It's going to be the big thing. And that may be true. I think what's in front of me, other coins have done way better multiples than XRP. XRP is just forming this falling wedge that it's eventually going to have to break on out of. And it lost the beautiful market structure that it was in. It's testing that level. And this is the BTC chart, sorry, so to speak. But still, I mean, doesn't look amazing. It looks like it's in accumulation. Once it gets above 3157, XRP could probably make some gains. But the XRP BTC chart, not looking good. It's an accumulation. XRP itself was looking somewhat bullish to me. I would have, oh yeah, that's I was about to say XRP USDT. I was about to say, I know I did TA on this, and it's not looking the same. So look, I have XRP. It's just getting tighter and tighter inside this wedge. As long as it maintains this trend line and gets tighter, I do see a big move coming for XRP. And then it would beat up on that BTC chart. So I am bullish on XRP. All right. Bitcoin finally starting to kind of get somewhat of a lateral price action. I'm going to let this cool off. I need to rest my brain. I've been looking at the chart since 7 in the morning and staring at the screens. My eyes get shot. I need to walk away from the screens. I love all of you. I appreciate you all. The 1,641 people still here on the live. Unbelievable. And don't worry. I mean, this isn't easy. They don't make this market easy to figure out, right? Short's technically still in play. And we may go lower here today, folks. I'll break down a nice update mid-afternoon for my trading group. So if you're freaking out and you need more information, jump into the trading group today. You'll get you'll be able to get in immediately within a few hours, probably less. We help people out immediately. It's usually automated and you're in like that. Especially if you use the Me6 link or you go to lifer.com, cryptolifer.com, get in immediately. Link right to the Discord through the back end. It's awesome. Join today, join today. Join today. We make it super easy. Take the first steps. All right. And everyone, MEXC is the place to be. That's where I load up. That's where I trade. That's where you could have made these awesome trades on MEXC. Trading futures on MEXC. All right. Everybody, I love you. I appreciate you. And thank you for the super chats. They were awesome. This is the second trade now, or the third trade. That one there, this one there, and then this one's actually the first one that's still in the money. But that's a second entry for this possible move to the downside. We need is an inverted head and shoulder, which we may be making finally. See this? We get that right shoulder, then we can make our move back to the upside. Target there would be to ride up to the 200 SMA on a nice long scalp if we get it. There's a lot of shorts to be had that we can liquidate because they're definitely still there with all their stop losses. All right. Everybody, thank you so much for coming on into the live stream. I appreciate each and every one of you for being here, sharing your most precious asset with me. And I'm going to catch you tomorrow in the morning. Quick update because it is Friday. Quick morning update. And then we also go live Saturday night at 8 p.m. So there's a Saturday night show tomorrow at 8 p.m. Sunday night show for the weekly candle close. Every single week I do the weekly candle close. I'm here for you. I don't take days off. I spent every single day going live in 2022 and 2023. No days off. No matter where I traveled, no matter what I did. That Bitcoin trade's continuing to go. If we lose this level at 43,397, we're likely going to drop all the way down to 42,896. Can 43,000 hold is the question. And that's where we stand. I shaved finally. Hey, I look better. I saw myself. I'm like, hey, you look younger. You look younger today over here. Got a good night's sleep. Everybody, I love you. I appreciate you. And I'll be back in the trading group with definitely a night update for sure. And definitely you're going to get like somewhat of a mid update probably around 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon. God bless you all. Thank you so much. And I'll catch you on the next live stream. Be safe, everyone. God bless you. And thank you so much for coming to the live. Without each and every one of you, I would not have a live stream. Gratitude is the attitude. May God bless each and every one of you. And shout out to all the people that made gains short in the market today. You can make money either way. Have no fear. All we need is volatility and movement. That's it.